Hi there, I'm the CRM Ninja, and on today's episode of the Oops Factor, I am delighted to introduce Ana Inés Urrutia.
Hi everyone, nice to be here. Thank
Yes, I got it right.
you. Yeah,
I'm assuming people call you Ana for short.
yeah, of course.
Good, glad to hear. Now, really delighted to have Ana on. And the first thing that I wanted to ask her is my background, because I understand you have an interest in photography.
Yes, I do. I started taking photographs for 2 years now, and I take a lot of photographs for architecture and buildings and nature landscapes. So I
Okay.
traveled to Peru and I took some pictures there. And also now that I'm back in Uruguay, I'm taking some pictures of the place. So I really enjoy it.
And how did you get into photography to start with?
I have no clue, to be honest. It just started at some point, and I started to enjoy it and to share it, and people seem to like it. So um, I do it all my Sundays. I go out and take photographs. That's what I do.
Wow, that's really great. I know several people into photography, and yeah, some really beautiful things out there. So then here's the question for you: Nikon or Canon?
Oh, I'm outside those two.
Wow. Okay, this is going to be fun.
I photograph with my cell phone, and actually, I take amazing pictures with it. I will share with you later on. But I
Okay.
don't know. I have a camera, but I don't use it as much as my
So which phone do you take? Do you have that you take pictures with?
phone. An iPhone XR or something like that. Third
Good.
model.
I'm aware of it. I've used it once or twice actually. And do you do lots of manipulation afterwards and Photoshop or whatever else?
Mostly, I tried the symmetry in adding some color, but not so much. Like 1 minute editing and then posting the picture. Yeah, not so much.
Wow, wow. You've got to you'll share the link with me as to where you post to. I'm going to include it in the description for the video so people can go check out your
Awesome.
pictures.
Great.
And if you had to think back over the last few months, what's the most interesting photograph that you've taken?
Oh, the past few months before I moved back to Uruguay, I was living in Peru, right in front of Pacific Ocean. So every time I woke up, I was able to see the ocean, and I took amazing pictures for that place. So I think that was the most interesting pictures I took so far.
Ocean is lovely. Wake up, see the ocean crashing out there, go out for a walk in nice weather. And here I am sitting in England, well away from any nice ocean or indeed any nice weather at the moment.
Yeah. Um,
It's one reason that they say that back in the day, people from England, would travel across
yeah.
lots of the world in order to get away from the weather here in England and go find somewhere nice to be.
Yeah.
Always an amusing statement. So, from photography and the weather to the oops factor, what do you have to share with us today?
I would like to share my career path. Is
Sure.
uh, ongoing path also.
Okay, go for it. Floor is yours.
Okay, good. Thank you. Well, I'm Anna. You already introduced me, and I'm a psychologist. I study in Montevideo, and I graduated in 2017.
Okay.
And I started working in HR, like interviewing people and updating, I don't know, stupid things from resumes and onboarding stuff and so on. And one
So, were you
day,
doing like psych profiles on candidates?
yeah, I that was what I was doing: screening
Got
and
it.
onboarding and performance management. And one day, I had the chance to quit from the company I was working for because I couldn't take it anymore, and had a break for three months. And finally, when I found a company, I started working with a Microsoft partner company. So I
Ah,
discovered the gold and started working with Dynamics.
When you say dynamics, innocent question here. Are we talking about dynamics customer engagement, the front end, or are we talking potentially about dynamics the back end, FNSEM?
No, we're talking with dynamics for human resources. So
Dynamics for HR, right?
yeah, that back in the day was dynamics for talent, but we don't call it that anymore. So
no. Well, one person that we know in common does, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. So I started working with in HR using solutions made from Microsoft for HR. So I was working only for 5 months in that company, and after the 5 month ended, they decided to hire me like full-time employment, and
That's nice
I started. Yes, and I started working in projects. I changed from HR to project management, and it was amazing. Nice journey. And in July this year, I changed the job from this company that's located in South America to a company that's working with Europe and the US. So it was a breaking point for me. And I now work 100% with HR, Dynamics for Human Resources, and I work as a consultant. So that's the story. Like, yeah, that's the story.
So what went oops? Come on. There's got to be something along the way that went oops.
Yeah, of course. I was awful at project management. I was awful. I can't handle, I'm not good at handling people. I love to help others, but I'm not good as a boss and to control. So I was completely awful at that. And also I wasn't able to manage my time. So I have these two challenges going on related with me and with other people. And we had a lot of fights or like traveled with my boss for that. And at the end of the day, I migrate to another role that was consultant. So yeah.
So did you choose to go into the project space, or you were asked to step into it? How did that happen?
Someone spot me. The current CEO of that time saw me and said to me that you need to be working on projects. You are not made for HR. You need to go for that. Yeah. And it was a great decision, a great decision. But anyway, I didn't know how to manage like billable hours, non-billable hours, time management, organizing. It was a nightmare for me. The first year it was awful for me, for my boss, and I screwed a lot of times. So yes, that's it.
I hear. So what are the lessons that you've learned from that?
Well, if someone trusts you, it might be something that it might be because you have something there, like a potential. But if you don't really know how to do it, ask for help. And I don't like asking for help so much.
I'm just like you. I hate asking for help. I force myself to ask for help.
So from a year now, I think that I started like when I'm on the a breaking point that I can't take it anymore, I ask for help. But yeah, that's the lesson learned. And also, if I come from a background that is non-tech related, of course I wouldn't know everything. Like it's natural not knowing things. So
that's right. Yeah.
Forgiving myself to not know something, it was also learned too.
I always say it's fine for us not to know. We could admit it politely in the right way, but rather admit that we don't know than hide the fact and pretend that we do, which tends to screw up majorly at some point later on.
Yes, exactly. So I learned to ask for help and to find support. It's something that is okay. You're not weak if you ask for support. And yeah, that is natural not knowing things. Like you don't born knowing everything. So yeah.
Indeed. So now you're back in HR.
now I'm working 100% in dynamics for human resources, and I'm really grateful for that.
And how do you find HR as a platform? I'm just curious. I've never touched it.
So it's very, that everyone out there is talking about it. Like, we have a lot of back and forward with the product, but I think that it's amazing solution. I started using it as a functional user, and now I help people to use it. So
Okay.
I think it's very nice, and it's also it covers a lot of topics, so it's really useful.
Okay. It's good to know. Does it have a section for like psych evals?
For what?
Psychometric evaluations?
No, no yet, but there are some partners that are doing that. Yeah.
I like the way you say not yet.
No, yet. Yeah, because Microsoft is always open to listen to the communities and the idea. So
Yeah.
if you submit an idea, maybe we can reach enough votes.
Or alternatively, you could go and build it yourself, bearing in mind you are have a psychology degree.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
Wonderful. Now, some really good lessons to learn there, Hannah, in terms of, push yourself out your comfort zone, but at the same time, understand that we don't know everything and ask for help. And if you're out of that comfort zone and you're just still not comfortable, it's not working, then look to realign back to what works best for you.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that was, for me, that was the breaking point of growing a lot in my career path. And I'm still learning, of course. I need to ask for help more often than I really do. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're working on it.
We are all on a continuing learning development skill curve growth.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time and sharing that.
Of course, thank you for having me. It was awesome talking to you.
It's an absolute pleasure. Viewers, listeners even, we hope that you've enjoyed the story. Feel free to check out the rest of the Oops Factor playlist. Check out the blog, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to come on and share your own story, hit the link in the description, fill in the form, and I'd love to have you on. Have a great day.